This is the Trick or Miku figure by Union Creative International Ltd, based on the gorgeous concept art by Hidari. She floats at about 6.5 inches or 17 centimeters, which is close to a 1/6 scale figure. And boy, is there a lot to love about this figure. The most amazing things being the amount of details on this figure and the carefully selected color palette from the artwork. The color selection for this figure is mesmerizing, each color complementing one another and going hand in hand. All of it being easy on the eyes while still popping at every nook and cranny to highlight all the hidden goodies along this figure. Things like the blue to orange gradient in her hair, with a slightly clear middle between the two colors, really show off the love that went into this figure. The orange to brown shorts against her cream-colored top, with light brown and orange accents. Silver playing upon the star buttons that line the front of her top and the bands around her shorts. Every color also pushed with the detailing of stripes and patterns that cover her clothes. Hidden delights throughout the figure playing like a giant game of I Spy. Every time you look at this figure, you see more and more hidden details. Things like the dots along her armband or the stripes on her tie are easily found, but more hidden ones like the hearts under her cape, the blue in her shoe, and the loop and tail on her tie being there for the more vigilant collectors. Other pleasant surprises can be found in the form of her pumpkin earrings, the blue of her nail polish, and the silver of her hairbands. It is easier to name the details that this figure is missing than the ones that it has, which is how much this figure has going for it. Her expression is gentle and curious, with a star on her cheek and in her eyes, surrounded by her breathtaking hair that looks to be alive as it flows around her face and behind her cape. Her partially braided hair tied off in the hood-like bat that sits atop her head, and roses tied off in a bow at the end of her luscious twin tails. All this being packaged with a pose that brings this figure to life as she floats above her base. Unfortunately, this is where my main gripe comes up, but it is more of a concern rather than a complaint. The way in which this figure is held up is kind of dangerous. It only has one actual joint attached. The other is just cupping the figure's knee. This means that if she falls out of the cup, the joint on the pumpkin could snap, leaving irreversible damage. That said, the joints do really give a sense that she is floating around, which really brings this figure all together. I just wish they made the figure a little more stable. This figure is one of those figures that if you could only have one model of the character, you would pick this one, hands down. It beats my expectations in every way, and the amount of fine details hidden throughout this figure really make for a pleasant surprise every time you look at it. There really isn't anything I hate about this figure, and that is why it made it into my top 5 figures of this year. While I've never heard of United Creative before this figure, I will for sure be watching them in the future for more products of this caliber. The Trick or Miku figure is one of the best figures I have ever seen, and it really raises the bar for the quality that can be found in these products, which is why this figure gets nothing but praise from me. Otaku Reviews videos are made possible by generous viewers just like you. If you enjoy what you see, check out patreon.com/otakureviews to see more videos and exclusive content, and consider becoming a patron to help us make more. Also, Like, comment, and subscribe to help our channel's community grow. Hey everyone, we will be doing our first Lotto giveaway on Patreon soon. The first thing we will be giving away is this official plushie squid from Splatoon 2. If you would like to be entered to have a chance to win this prize, all you have to do is become a patron at the $5 level. Once we have 50 people at that level, I will randomly pick a name out of the patrons and contact them to send them the prize. So, if you are interested, become a patron at that level to automatically be entered to win.